everyone. Today I am going live to talk about regain. Why am I regaining and how do I make it stop? So I'm going to start this video out by telling you a little Christmas story. Not a story about Christmas, a story about me at Christmas, just this last year. So, myself, the gastric sleeve coach, had some regain over the Christmas holidays, guys. I gained like 6 pounds. But guess what? This story is that I was walking down the hall one day at work, and a nurse I see like twice a week said to me, "Hey, looks like you're gaining weight." Thanks? That's so, who says that? But, yes, this very lovely nurse decided to tell me that I look like I gained weight. So, I'm going to tell you kind of why I gained weight. I did some self-reflection and then with some other common reasons for gaining weight. Hey everyone, I see a few people here. It's exciting. So I gained weight because I was grazing between the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. There's lots of food available, especially where I work. People bring Christmas presents in the form of food. And they don't bring like, chicken or celery. They bring brownies and donuts. And I didn't eat the donuts. I don't really care for those. But all sorts of manner of sweets. And I would go into the break room and there would be all these sweets. And I was making a choice. I knew the choice I was making. But every time I was in there pretty much, I would just grab a piece of something. And I did that for a couple of weeks over Christmas. And then I'd get home and be like, well, I ate crap all day, so I might as well eat this tonight. I'm sure you've been there too, just kind of that mental, well, if I did this, then everything's ruined and I might as well do this. And doing that for a few days in a row, a few weeks in a row, and I was 6 pounds heavier, and I did not need her to tell me that I was 6 pounds heavier, but she gave me that favor anyways, I guess. So other common reasons besides grazing and eating sugar and flour, eating past when we're full. So a lot of times some of us will be full and then still either emotionally want to be eating or the food tastes really, really good and we just want a few more bites, and so we eat past fullness, 5-6 bites past the time we're full, and then we're really full. So that's another reason for regain. A big reason for a lot of people is drinking calories. Drinking drinks with sugar in them is something that a lot of people do. I don't really have this struggle because I've been off of sugary drinks for so long that they taste bad to me. But I guess I'm lucky in that way because a ton of people that I've talked with and know struggle with drinking their calories. So that's a big one. For us ladies, hormones can be an issue. As we are aging and our hormones change, we just have some more trouble maintaining our weight. And as most of you I'm sure know, around our monthly time, for about a week beforehand, you're just hungry. And so I think if you're making good choices, eat more around whenever your hormones are out and about. But if you make bad choices and you're eating more, then that's kind of a setup for regain. One other thing that I think that we need to talk about with reasons for regain, this one's more subtle. It's like a boat on a calm lake. It's just sitting there, and if you're watching it, you don't even notice it moving. But if you kind of take your eye off of it, slowly, it's drifting out and out and out. And you turn back around and you're like, whoa, how'd the boat get in the middle of the lake? It's like that with our weight. We make a choice here and a choice there that's not so great, but we're not paying attention to ourselves or what we're doing. And we just gradually, over time, step away from our plan. And then before you know it, we've regained weight. So it's really helpful to check in with yourself every once in a while. If you're not a daily weigher already, I'm not saying weigh daily, but every now and again, just check your weight and see where you're at. Check, how have I been doing lately with my eating plan? Just all, in your mind, just kind of check in with yourself, and that will help. I am going to tell you what we don't probably have going on. I know so many people think that they may have stretched their sleeve. 99.99% of us have not stretched our sleeve, guys. It just isn't a big thing like you would think when you're looking at the internet. People who have had other types of bariatric surgeries have a stoma, and that stoma can be stretched. But still, a reset isn't going to unstretch it. But for the vast majority of us sleevers, our gastric sleeve isn't stretching. Our sphincters were left in place. We may be able to eat a little more than right after surgery, and that's because inflammation has went down, not because we've stretched it back to the size of our original stomach size. If you're worried that you've stretched it like that, you can have an endoscopy procedure done, but I'm telling you that most of us haven't. Like probably everyone watching this right now, probably your sleeve is not stretched. It's just not a common thing. Even when you overeat, you're going to be uncomfortable, but you're not permanently stretching your sleeve. So, since we're not restretching our sleeve, a pouch reset isn't going to work to make it smaller. And even if it is stretched or your stoma is stretched, a pouch reset is not going to unstretch it. What a pouch reset could do for you is help you lose weight because you've stopped eating sugar. But if you're doing the liquid ones, like liquid protein, you're going to be hungry. Those liquids are going to go through your sleeve just like other liquids do. So even if they're protein and low carb, you're going to be hungrier faster. And so you may lose the weight if you can keep that up. But you're going to have double the struggle. You're going to have the mental struggle that you're going to have, period, if you're trying to get off sugar. Because sugar is an addiction. It's hard to come off of whenever you're used to having it. And that takes some mental stuff going on, and you have to work through that and deal with that. But then in addition to that, you're going to have physical hunger because all of those liquids are just going through your sleeve and you're hungry. So set yourself up for success and eat real proteins if you're trying to reset your eating behaviors. That is what you should be resetting, your eating behaviors, not trying to reset the size of your sleeve. And if you do that with real foods, then you've at least knocked out the physical hunger part of the equation and you just have the mental hunger for sugar left to deal with. And that's a little bit easier. If we don't address our regain, we're just going to start feeling worse about ourselves and spiral downwards. You know, when that gal told me that I had looked like I had gained weight, I already knew that, and I refused to get bigger scrubs. I was wearing the scrubs that I was already wearing, but I would get the ones that I had worn less, so they were newer and they'd been washed and dried less, so they fit a little looser. So I would only wear a few pairs of scrubs because they fit looser than my other ones, because I refused to get bigger ones, and that 6 pounds did make them a little bit tighter. But had I taken what she said to me and spiraled downward with that, you know, oh my God, everyone thinks I look fat. I am fat. I've made horrible choices. I'm no good. I'm failing at my sleep. If I would have continued down that path, my feelings were hurt when she said it, and I talked about it for a day or two with some people. Can you believe? But if I continued down that path, I would have used food for comfort, because that's, you know, going back to those old habits, and then I would have had more regain, and then that would have just kept perpetuating down that wrong road. So kind of taking back my power, saying, you know what, I made those choices. I have control, I have power, and now I'm going to make some better choices, and getting going that way. That's what helps you stop the regain, get back on track, and be healthier mentally. Going down that long road of just all the negative mental things is going to make you, or me, I shouldn't say you, but a lot of us with these same struggles, eat more to feel better, and then we are going to ultimately feel worse because we're regaining more. So I guess that's what I have to say today about that. If you need help getting to the root cause of your regain, or if you need help with that mental space of getting back to where you need to be, reach out to me. Comment below, instant message me, whatever you'd like to do, and I can help work through that and see what's going on for you. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.